How do Mime Artists? Welcome to some more special stages. Today, remember, go into your gifts and pick up a Vulpix. A free Vulpix for you just for going in today. Attack power 40 and Flash Mob. You may not use it that often, but it's just nice they're giving you a free extra Pokemon. There's 20 hearts as well if you go in, but the Vulpix, look at that, so cute with some absolutely gorgeously huge eyes. Flash Mob could be relatively good, who's to say. Going into the first one here, we have Salazzle High Speed Challenge using Garchomp, Landorus, Cresselia and Claydol. Claydol, I just quite like the power of 4 plus that it has. And I'll show you a couple of ways of doing this stage. The first one is this team here. Very good. Garchomp, its mega ability can be relatively useful as long as you're getting it to go off within the first, 3/4 of the time. You'd want it to be at least working by about 15 seconds left. After then, it's not really going to do that much for you because the Skyfall and the disruptions can just be a little bit inconsiderate given what you have. But this team, I found, can relatively comprehensively and consistently give you 1 to 3 seconds left. Not the best per se, but it's very consistent in doing that. As long as you're relatively adept at doing these time stages, it will be fine. And 14%, that's not too terrible. You'll go in maybe 4 or 5 times and that will just be relatively simple. The second team here, what we have is an Alakazam team. So we've got Meloetta there just for the Mega Boost plus however many pluses. Victini, as mine's is about level 9 or so its attack power is in the range of 90 somewhere. Cresselia, again, it's a psychic type and it's got barrier bash, so if you get it to go off, it will get rid of some of those barriers. And once the Alakazam's going, it'll just get rid of those blocks. Ice on them or not, it's no issue. Alakazam will just get rid of them. So it's helpful in that sense. Beyond that, I'm not really a big fan of Alakazam, but this team is just about as consistent as the other one. You'll beat it. This was probably my worst run, 0 seconds left. All the other ones were somewhere between 3 and 1 second. I don't think I got anything higher than that, but I did only try it maybe 2 or 3 times with the Garchomp stage and 2 or 3 times with this one, just feeling it out, not expecting to catch it, but because somehow, as this was my worst run, this was the one that gets caught. So I will show you it and what it can have. So Salazzle, attack power 60 and poison. Not too shabby, could be quite useful, who is to say. Next up is Alolan Ninetails, going in with a Mega Aggron team. There's Dialga and Registeel. Registeel has been skill swapped, so it's got Block Smash plus plus. Dialga has Block Smash plus, as I'm sure you'll know, and Reshiram is there as it has Barrier Bash plus. And that's pretty much the main disruptions. There will be some breakable blocks, but they're not as annoying or as able to kind of slow down your progress in this stage. And it's just important to try to get the Dialgas and the Registeels, as they are completely the worst ones. They can be very hard to get rid of because you might only be making matches of 3 or 4 at a time. Once you've got the Mega Aggron going, you can just get rid of as many of those ice blocks that are left, or even the unbreakables and the breakable blocks. I wouldn't necessarily recommend going in with something like a Mega Start for this one. I don't think it's that necessary. It's a relatively easy stage once you start doing it. And once you've got the Mega online, it's not that difficult in the slightest. It can seem a little bit burdensome at the start, as that is where a lot of the disruptions will be. In the first 4 or 5 moves it will seem like you may not even beat it, but I don't think there was one run, and I did this as well, only 3 or 4 times before I was able to catch it. Every single one of those times I did beat it. All of those were itemless. So there's no real reason to spend the coins. I think it is 300 for each try, so once you've got the flow of it and you've done it once or twice, the 3rd or 4th time shouldn't be an issue in the slightest, and you should be able to catch it, no bother. This one, attack power is 70, so very usable, and freeze plus, rarely leaves the foe frozen for a long time. I'm not exactly sure what that means, rarely leaves the foe frozen. How rare is this gonna be? But we shall see. I'll probably use it in some upcoming stages, but thank you very much for watching, and how do, Mime Artists?
Eggs! Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs!